So hello everyone. Now it's Sunday evening, and the first week of the Go Giver Challenge has ended. I must say it was quite an interesting week. Looking forward for the coming week now to see what kind of changes will happen during the second week of this Go Giver thing. Now, as you probably saw in the earlier videos, it was quite an eye-opening thing for me to actually implement those 5 laws of success into my life. At first it seemed quite easy to implement those laws, but when you started to do them, it wasn't just such an easy thing, because you actually had to think all the time about how to implement this one specific law into your life and so on. So really eye-opening. In general, I had the idea that the law number 3, which is about law of influence, basically networking, I was quite sure that this would be the toughest one for me, but as it turned out, the last one, the law of receptivity, was the thing I had to work most on. In the book, it's explained quite well, the law of receptivity. It's about the fact that when you're exhaling and inhaling, breathing in other words, you always have to inhale after you have exhaled. Basically the same thing is true with giving. If you try to give and give and give, eventually you will have nothing left to give. And this is the reason why the law of receptivity is so important. So basically you have to stay open to receive, and as it turned out, that was way hardest part for me in the Go Giver Challenge. Now, first week, yes, I did see change in my life in the way that when I actually started to try to implement these laws into my life, I had totally different motivation to go to work, to do home chores, and I don't know why that was such a difficult word to pronounce. So home chores. Also, well, I was expecting that maybe something would happen, but I wasn't expecting how much would actually happen. Now, for me, perhaps the best thing was that I finally realized that I am not able to receive gifts from others, any help from others, or any help. Yes, of course I can receive help, but I'm not willing to use that too much. Now, to be truly successful in life, in all aspects of life, I think that's something that I have to learn to do more. Yes, so then of course there were all the things that happened for my wife. Maybe I will tell you a little bit of them in the future, but we had some really nice ideas how to enhance her business and so on. And then there was the true surprise for me as I received the permission to have extra work on the side. As I told you on Wednesday, I have my own company and I'm working a little on the side. Of course, I have my usual work where I go every day, basically Monday to Friday. It's a governmental work. But other than that, I also have my own business on the side, and now I'm allowed to do that once again. We actually had a small change in the let's say place where I'm working. We changed a bit the organization and so on, so I had to reapply for this permission, and it took some time to actually come to me. So that was one of the biggest things that happened. Now I will concentrate to implementing all these 5 laws into my life, and let's see what happens next week. I will be talking about that one on next Sunday once again, what happens. Oh, by the way, if you're interested to know why my face is so red, it's due to the fact that we just came out from sauna, or from the steam room, whatever you want to call it. Or we did some firewoods, the whole family, me, my wife and children, and after that we went to sauna, had a shower, and now we are basically preparing for bed. So if you were wondering why I'm so red once again, so that's the reason to that one. During the Go-Giver week, or the Go-Giver Challenge week, I came across a new interesting book called The Miracle Morning by Hal Elrod, and the book is basically about how basically all the successful people are morning persons. They get their most important things done already basically before they leave to work, and this makes them successful and blah blah blah. Well, the book itself, I purchased it as an audiobook. I have listened to it, almost the whole book. And basically what it comes down to, the idea is that you have to wake up early and do a few basic things every morning so that you will have a good start for your day. Now, what those are, I'm not going to go them in specific order. They're in the book. They're explained in a way that you can remember all 6 things that you should do. I'm just going to tell what I will be doing tomorrow morning, as I am now starting a 30-day challenge of the Miracle Morning. Meaning that for the following 30 days I will be trying to get up early. I will be trying to do all the things way in advance compared to what I have done earlier, since I'm truly not a morning person. Let's see if I can actually change. Now, the book Miracle Morning is by Hal Elrod, as I have said a few times during this week. And he was also a person who liked to stay up to, let's say, 2 a.m. every night and then sleep into the noon. And the thing for him of becoming a morning person was, it felt like the moon for him. It was totally not in his spirit. I feel the same way, but if he could do it, and if there are so many good examples of successful people who are doing these things every morning, I think I might give it a try. And actually my wife is also joining me in this 30-day challenge, so let's see how that will go. So tomorrow morning, 6 a.m., I will be getting up. I will do a small workout. I will be taking a walk because, well, basically I have to lose some weight, and I think by walking I could give my day a good start, get some oxygen, get the blood flowing, and let's see what happens with that one. Maybe I will come down a little bit in the weight. Maybe I could start running eventually, but I'm not really sure about that, since running is definitely not my thing. Well, after the workout I will take a shower, take a few moments of silence to basically meditate. I'm not actually meditating, but it's basically to do a few moments of silence for me. Oh, by the way, one of the children is yelling at the background, asking for their mother. So if you heard some noise, that was it. Yes, so a few moments in silence, almost like meditation. Then I will start planning my day ahead. I will have the breakfast. I will have a short discussion with my wife about the coming day. Who does what do we expect, blah blah blah. And then I will probably use some time to think all the good and positive things in my life that I should be grateful for, but that I usually don't take the time to do. So just to start the morning in a right way, and after that I will head to work. That's basically the Miracle Morning. About the book, The Miracle Morning, the idea itself felt a bit strange for me, that the mornings would do something, waking up early, doing things on morning. At the beginning, I was a bit doubtful that basically what does it matter at what time do you do them, but as I discussed the idea with my wife, and as we discussed it in general, we came to the conclusion that it actually does, because basically, if you're going to sleep, let's say now 8 hours, the question is not there is some people who say that the more you sleep before 12 p.m., the more you get quality sleep. I have no objections to that one. I believe them, since they are professionals in their own field. So that one I can readily accept. But also the thing is that if you do few of the things in the morning, it actually seems quite logical that that's the time when you actually get around to it. Let's say for me, exercising. After a long day in work, I usually don't have the same energy anymore to lace up the running shoes and go for a walk, or lace up any kind of shoes to go for a walk. So maybe in the morning, if I do it first thing in the morning, I will have the energy to do that. And after that, as the blood gets flowing, I get some oxygen, I get some exercise, I will start the day in a positive spirit, and if I do all the things that I said, a few moments in meditation, a real breakfast, which I'm also very, very bad in, I usually, the first thing I eat is lunch, and sometimes at my work it tends to get quite late. I usually drink few cups of coffee before I eat lunch, so that 3 cups of coffee would be my breakfast, and that's not a good way to start any morning, or any day, for that matter. So I think getting a proper breakfast will enhance my day, then to have the few moments with my wife to plan the day, to plan my day especially, and then to have few moments to think about all the positive things that I should be grateful for. I think it will start my days in a different way that I have been usually getting up, which is basically I get up quite late, and quite close to the time when I actually have to leave to work, so that I will be on time on work, and then I stress out from the building, let's say probably in 5 minutes, brush the teeth, do all that stuff, get clothes on, maybe take a cup of coffee with me to the car, drive to the work, and then start working. And that, of course, when you say it like that, it sounds like it's quite hectic. Now I will be basically getting up 2 hours earlier, so I will have a quiet, easy morning to start the day with, and so on. And I actually get to spend a few moments with the children in the breakfast table, and so on. So it seems that this should be very positive change. Of course, my wife leaves to work 1 hour later. She takes always the kids to the kindergarten, so she's always providing for the breakfast to the children. But now, with this change, we will try to have also a breakfast together with the family. Okay, so that's basically about the Miracle Morning. I was about to tell you something about the book, and then I wandered off to talking about my own plans once again. I'm really trying to get these videos shorter so that it would be easier to watch them, and then the information would be more concise. It's difficult though. I have realized that I'm very good in speaking and blathering on and on and on. Well, I'm trying, so now let's try to give a short review of the book Miracle Morning, even though I haven't come to the total end of the audiobook. I'm close, though, but so far, the idea in the Miracle Morning is good. The way Hal Elrod describes all these things, the information is valid. You do get the sense that he knows what he's talking about, and he is actually quite good in describing all the things. Now, I would have, maybe it comes at the very end of the book, I'm not sure, I will let you know when I do know, but I would have wanted to have a more concise overview of the things I have to do to be able to get up in the morning, the things I should do every morning, and also some help in motivating myself to do that. Now, there are these points in the book. You won't be missing them if you listen to the whole book. You will get all the information you need. You will get some motivation to do them and all that. However, a more concise presentation of them, and then to elaborate on each one would have been easier for me to understand. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm comparing Hal Elrod with the other motivational speakers who might have 20 years of experience in writing books and so on. So so you shouldn't discard this book in any way, because I said that it could have been more concise, and then to elaborate onto them, especially since I'm also a very talkative person, as it seems from these videos, can hardly keep them down to 20 minutes. So I probably should look myself into a mirror and understand that I'm the same way. So totally, I think it was a good book. You should get it. Miracle Morning might actually change your life also. It seems it has started to change my life a bit now on idea level. Still, I have to implement it to be able to say, is it actually working or not? And I think this will be quite a tough July. At least for me and my wife, with the 30-day challenge of the Miracle Morning. Let's see how I succeed. I hope this will give a bit more things to us, like more energy. I wouldn't mind to lose a few pounds, few kilos. I wouldn't mind to lose quite many kilos, actually. So let's see what happens. I'm excited. I'm actually waiting for tomorrow morning, which is one of the things that was described in the book, Miracle Morning, that when you start this, you're actually waiting for the alarm clock, or the opportunity clock, as Zig Ziglar says it is. So actually I'm waiting for the clock to become 6 a.m. so that we can start it. And I'm actually waiting for the time when I get to take the walk. So I will report to you tomorrow. How does it start, how it started, and so on. Definitely get the book. It's a good read, even though I said some negative things about it, but it's a good read. At least the audiobook is very nice. And the information inside is gold. That's for certain. The information in the book seems valid, and the person, Hal Elrod, definitely seems to know what he's talking about. So go check the book, go check the website, miraclemorning.com, I believe it was. Links will be once again in the show notes and so on. Okay, that was the week. Thanks. Bye.